But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Candy Shop. I am Candace, and this is Mimosa Monday. Ooh, I am like kind of sleepy today. Hana will be joining me shortly. Let me get to some of these comments. So we have Anointed Eris. She said, laugh out loud. I was just making my way over here to see what the problem was. I hadn't received my Mimosa Monday notification yet. Oh, shoot. I don't know what's going on, Anointed. And thank you for joining. Yes, drop the candy in the chat. Hey, my opinion, not yours. She says, can't wait to see the live. Lit up red. Oh. And hey, Darren Hood, good to see you. And also shout out to Aviel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Candy Shop. Hit that notification bell as well. So shout out to Naviel for always, or Aviel for always coming through and putting that in my comments. That's she was like my first mod. Her and the Queen of Cheesecake were one of my first. So let's get into this. So Real Housewives of Potomac Part 2. I watched this episode twice and I like literally fell asleep on it twice. It was a little bit boring for me, but I managed to take notes. But it was not a lot of action. It was a lot of repetition of the issues that they were having. And hey, Chi-Town Naja girl, good to see you, my other mod here. So episode 2 starts off with Mia and Candace. They're arguing about Mia's mother and basically whether or not she was exploited. Of course, Candace feels like Mia exploited her mother. She didn't want to come on and do the show. Mia saying her mother wanted to do the show in order to be an inspiration to somebody. Clearly, the mother wanted to be on. I don't think she exploited her mother. I think her mother did want to come on, but I think that's her mother's personality. Hey, Sharon. Thank you for dropping the candy in the chat. Hey, Connie B. Good to see you. Yes. Hello to all the sugar babies. So Mia's mom, I don't necessarily think she was exploited by Mia. I think she knew exactly what she was doing by coming on. Candace said Mia has rehearsed reads. The reads... The reads, Mia's reads. Does she read? Does Mia read well? Because I just didn't even notice it. So, to me, the only person that really can read on the show is Karen anyway, and it's hilarious. Everybody else is like, meh. Even Candace doesn't even know how to read for real. But moving past them, Karen and Giselle did try to prove a point. And they were just saying, basically, they felt like Candace took it too far with everybody. Hey, Anointed Eris. Yes. Mia doesn't read. Yeah, she doesn't read. I can't think of one read that Mia did. Like, I've never noticed it if she knew how to read. All she does is run back and forth between everybody, being messy, telling what other people said, and then like over exaggerating what the people said. And then when they call her out, she's like, oh yeah, I own it, I said it. But please, can somebody tell me what read has Mia said? Because I don't know. We also get to Candace body shaming. So Candace feels like she is good at getting people together. I'm going to add Hana. She's joined us.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Hana. So, hey. So, I was just talking about Candace and the way that she body shames people.
I'm here. I just want to turn my volume up.
Yes. So Candace was like, she gets people together. She does body shame somewhat. She said Mia had a size 12 shoe, which Mia's feet is really big. I had a friend that I went to middle school with, and she wore a size 12, and that's big. I'm sorry, it's big. Let me read some of these comments. I thought Andy asked Wendy if she rehearses her reads. No, Candace said that she rehearsed.
Candace said that.
Yeah, and so I don't even see. I've never heard a read come out of Mia's mouth. Oh, so Andy asked Wendy if she rehearsed the reads. No, but earlier in the show, Candace said that Mia rehearsed her reads.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know. It said, "Hey, Hannah, welcome, chef."
Hey, yo, I'm late.
And so, Cardi B, okay, good. And howdy, Shantae. Thank you for dropping the candy in the chat. Shantae said Candace steals her reads from y'all. She does.
I'm
Candace
so
does.
sick of her.
She watches content creators and she does steal some of her stuff from like Twitter and content creators on YouTube. And so I like Candace just hits below the belt. And I said this before last week. She just hits below the belt. There's nothing that she's saying. It just doesn't sound like a read. And then to call Ashley wide body, to call Mia big feet and all of that, they felt like she was body shaming.
I mean, her feet is like this though.
Who, Ashley?
No, Mia.
Oh, I know Mia wears a size 12. Like that's some big
She here with it.
But she's also, I think, talked about her height and other things as well. Like, I guess the way that some of the men took it, the men that are that watch the show, they felt like she was trying to, when she's body shaming Mia, it's like she's shaming men or something like that, because she's comparing Mia, saying Mia's big and comparing her to being like a man. So I do see that. Candace, yeah, Candace has thrown a little. I'll say that she threw a little shade about Mia, and she does make it seem like Mia is this giant. And she's called her like I think did she call her a tranny or like, excuse, no offense to the trannies, but she made some remarks. Like that.
Oh no.
Sarah said, "What are we drinking?" I'm drinking some wine tonight. I am sleepy. Like I literally just woke up from nap.
So I am not. This is Simply Peach and grapefruit vodka. Because I was like, I need a mimosa, and I have no champagne. Just so I was like, I'll just throw this together.
That sounds good. Shantae said Candace is hurting. Whatever it really is had not come to light. Exactly. Yeah. I think something happened in her past. I don't know what happened, but I think something happened. Cardi B said people need to stop crying about body shaming. People are weak as water. Yeah, but I guess for this show, I guess with Candy, I mean, what's her name? Candace. I'm looking at Candy Washington's name. I guess for Candace, all of her digs are actually below the belt, I guess you could say that. She's kind of mean and vile in how she comes across. And I'll talk about the colorism part in a few minutes. But I feel like she doesn't know how to read. So all she knows how to do is just talk about people's looks, which is, I mean, that's all it's giving, I guess.
She can never read. She just knows how to be a bully.
Chi-Town said Mia is a very tall woman, so she needs them big feet. Yeah,
I was about to say, I don't want you to be 5. I don't want you to be 5'10" with a size 2. Like my cousin's 5'11". No, I'm sorry, she's 6 feet. She wears an 11, but she's 6 feet tall. I would expect her to wear the size 11.
I think Mia is around that height.
Yeah, my cousin, she's skinny, but she's really tall. Like you look up, like what the heck?
Mm-hmm. Chi-Town said, "Facts, Candy. The men are correct. Remember, she's handsome." Yeah, Candace did call her handsome. She like tried to she tried to call her a man, basically, in so many words.
And I was like, I'm more of a man than your husband.
Hey, young Rich, she said she didn't call wide feet Mia that. Hey, Candy Washington, good to see you. Thank you for dropping the candy in the chat. She called her handsome, right? Hello, beautiful Cardi B. Just reading some of these. But the only comment where I felt like she was wrong in saying it was with Ashley, and that was only because Ashley just had a baby.
Yes.
I don't know if I would necessarily call it body shaming, but it was not right to say that. Candy said Candace is emotionally and verbally abusive. She needs to stop with the body shaming and going below the belt, especially because she's the most sensitive one of them all. That part. She is definitely the most
I'm so
sensitive.
sick of her fake tears.
Yeah, and the thing is though, I said this on a post on another content creator. Like she needs to be ready for whatever when she has a mouth like what she has. Because if you're gonna dish it out, you need to definitely know how to take it and be ready to fight. Because she throwing lettuce and doing
Knives.
hand things and like the stuff that she did to Monique. Now my mother told me, and I think I said this months back when I reviewed her in the fight with Monique. My mother said if somebody comes in your face doing this, you have a right to like hit them. And she was doing this to Monique. So
She threw a knife. Let's not
yeah,
forget the knife she threw at Ashley.
she was wielding a knife in Ashley's face. And
Ashley's
this
better
is
than me because that would have her house would have been
yeah.
tore up if you put a knife near me.
This is before Ashley wrote her character statement as well. So she always had a problem with Ashley. But then they were like, "Oh, we had a good Kiki in New York." Like, what? Okay.
She not happy with her own stuff and her own life, so
It's
she
the
likes to take it
fakeness.
out on other people.
Yeah, it's the fakeness for me. with them.
It's the fake tears for me. Girl, bye. It don't be nothing coming out. Just be dabbing it. And where all these clinics be coming from?
They keep handing them to her. Young Rich said after Karen said Giselle was on drugs, they can't ever come for my girl Candace ever again. Oh, you are team Candace, Young Rich. See,
Candace is trash.
I'm just not feeling Candace, and there's a couple of reasons why.
I don't like people who degrade other people for no reason, especially. I guess when we're mothers, so if I just had a baby, don't talk about my face, my body, my anything. I think Ashley looks good to have 2 kids right now.
Yes.
So I mean, and Candace has none.
Yes, and so that's what makes it even more
Worse.
like okay.
Everyone on here has kids but her.
Yeah, but she don't want them.
I wouldn't have him with him if I was Chris. Why would I have him with
it
him?
appears. Yeah, it appears at this time in her life she doesn't want the kids. Chantel said, if them hands don't match the mouth, you need to hush up. Period. Pooh. Right?
That part.
And yes, Mo Walker, the cry angle, that little tissue that she has. Chantel said, but did you see how the tears didn't fall until 5 minutes after the tissue was passed? Right. So getting back to the show, what did you think of Mia and her Twitter fingers? Because she
I don't really. First of all, I don't know how Mia was reading things she wrote. When I say something, I know what I said, and I stick beside what I said. If you're offended, oh well. I'm not apologizing for what I said, and I appreciate her saying I said what I said, basically. But it was no reason to say that. I think that she just said it because she wants a season 2 of her. Like, this is her first season, so she wants to come back. So I feel as though she's going to create something to be able to come back on the show. It was unnecessary for me, but I respect anybody who owns their stuff.
Yeah, she was
like fine. If you said something, yeah, I said what I said. I probably shouldn't have, but I said it. As long as she owned it, I really don't care. It was just, I feel like it was just fake to get her another season.
And they definitely do all talk about each other, and they talk about each other's bodies and looks. But Candace herself says she does it the best, meaning she takes the lowest blows. She's admitting that she does it the best, but to me, it's not the best. It's just low budget. I'm gonna keep it at that.
So we can read each other back and forth. We can go for digs. It's a difference between us reading and throwing shade and you just being a complete bully. Like, we can go back and forth, because I'm not gonna lie, my mouth can get very reckless. I will be honest. I don't go there like I used to, but I used to, I can hit for the jugular and didn't care. I'm a little older now, so I watch what I say. However, when you're going back and forth, when you are starting something, there's no reason to be that nasty and that low down for no given reason, and then cry. If you're gonna be nasty and be a bully, then there's no need for the tears. Like, how are you a bully and crying? How are you a sensitive bully? That make sense.
I think for me with Candace, because like Cotty said, they all say stuff, which they do. They all say stuff below the belt at times. But with Candace, like you said, she says it, she cries, she wants to play the victim, and she says the most vile and nasty things, provokes people to try to fight her. Because let's not talk about her throwing the lettuce. This is the difference between her and the other ladies. She takes it to a more physical, aggressive level, and then gets upset when she's called out about it, and gets upset when somebody returns the physical activity towards her. Because, like you said, Hannah, she was wielding the knife at Candace. I mean, at what's her
Ashley.
name, Ashley. Who my wine and my sleepiness. She was
Ah,
doing all
girl,
this to
sorry.
Ashley
I
with
know what
that
you're talking
knife.
about.
Yeah, she was doing all that to Ashley with that knife. She was in Monique's face talking about drag me, drag me. And then she was throwing lettuce at Mia. So it's like nobody else has gotten physical with the jabs that they take at each other except for her. So that's my issue with Candace. I'm gonna read some more of these comments. Younger said, if Mia had left her alone, she wouldn't have had this problem. I think they they all mess with each other. Candace's mouth was very I like the shade she was throwing while she was in her confessional. I do wish she would have threw that shade on the show versus her digs that she was taking at people.
I respect that.
Shante said Candace is pretending she don't want them. She is lying. Something wrong with that uterus or something. You think so?
I
I,
thought
I
that,
hope.
but I was gonna keep quiet because I wasn't gonna say anything. But
I
I thought
really,
that, especially if your husband got like 15 kids.
I
I
really think
mean,
she makes him use a condom though. That's
I'm
what
not
she's
having
saying.
sex with my husband with a condom. Oh, sorry. I'm not yelling.
I know someone that does
If
in
he's
real
the
life.
moment he says condom, I'm out.
Yeah, she makes
And I'm
him
not
use a
saying not be
condom.
protected, but I'm not being married to use a condom.
Exactly. She makes him use a condom. And I really think she just don't want kids. I don't think there's nothing wrong with the pipes. I really think she don't want kids because she is a spoiled brat. She's into her career and she's
Oh
into
yeah.
her. And then he already got those kids. I really feel like Candace is a woman that is like, no, I don't want kids right now because it's
She
gonna
doesn't
take
want a little her either.
it'll take the attention off of her. So
And
that's
also,
why.
it will probably be if she had a daughter. Imagine her daughter having the mouth she has. Who wants that?
Right. Everybody thinks Mia is messy. I love the mess too. She's hilarious to me.
She lies too much for me though.
She does. Younger said, but why is she talking about quitting and saying she almost didn't come to the reunion? Who, Mia? Did Mia say that? I don't care about
I
Candace's
didn't hear
low budget
that.
jabs. I care about her calling black women slaves and whatnot. But according to her, Cardi B, Candace didn't call nobody a slave, even though we knew she did. Um, and I said this last week. I had the unpopular opinion. I feel like she does not like herself as a black woman. To call another black woman a slave and a bed witch just shows, or winch, I'm trying to say the word right, just shows what she thinks of herself, especially being married to a clear person. Like, why are you trying to say somebody else is with an overseer and they're a bed winch and you're in the same predicament that they're in? Like,
You know what
I'm
bothered me
so
about her?
confused.
When she said, well, I'm a black, talking about Ashley. I'm a black woman, and she said something about my hair being dry. Is Ashley not black?
Ashley is half black,
I know she's
but
biracial.
she's trying to say that Ashley
She
might have a
doesn't she
different hair
doesn't
texture than hers.
look at Ashley as a black woman, but when Ashley threw that shade, Ashley ponytail was dry as hell too. So let's not act
Yes,
like
I
Ashley
was I was
had
slightly
some good hair at that moment. She
yeah,
had
I was
dry
slightly
hair. Your
confused.
hair was dry. Her hair was dry, and she said what she said. I don't think Ashley was doing this. I just thought we was those being shady at the moment.
Yeah, because she talked about Ashley's forehead. Ashley talked about her hair, and it's like
And both their hair looked a mess at that moment.
I just didn't think it was a colorism thing. And then we've never even seen Candace's hair, so I thought she was talking about the wigs Candace
And
wears.
both Ashley
Yeah, we never
ponytail
seen
and Candace's
Candace's
hair at
hair.
that moment both looked dry and ashy.
Yes, but
So to me, I thought it was just shade going for shade. I didn't think Ashley was trying to go. I don't think she was making it a race thing. She was just saying your hair, but Ashley shouldn't have said that because Ashley ponytail at that moment was, need a little moisturizer.
she did.
However, I don't. Candace makes things about race that doesn't have to be.
Hmm. Well, she's doing that now because
She should have married black if she felt like that.
I think she's doing that now because she knows that's gonna get a rise out of everybody. Chi-Town said, "Question: Aren't you low budget when your and your husband's main source of income is your mother's pocketbook?" I'll wait. Thank you.
I'm gonna sit back on that one.
Candy,
Well,
Candy said exactly. Candace is so
that is
emotionally
very low budget.
stunted. Yeah, she's so emotionally stunted, and that's why she lashes out and can't handle any type of feedback. Exactly. And hey, Nihar, it's good to see you over here. Thank you
Okay.
for joining me. Listen, Candace is trying to get a lawsuit so she can get some bills paid. Robin is crazy aggressive. I agree with that. Robin is very
Robin
aggressive.
needs to get off the show.
I think Robin holds back her aggressiveness now because she's trying to make it seem like the other ladies are aggressive, but I think Robin is the
I
one
think
that
Robin is the worst.
she gonna beat somebody else. She
I
looked like
think
she gonna beat
Robin
somebody
has
else.
the worst temper of everyone.
Yes, and Mo Walker said there's a difference between shady and hateful. Right.
Yep.
Mia is allowed to have an opinion. I agree.
I
I
agree.
agree. Yes, with the kids, it's selfishness. Candace doesn't need children at all. They depended on them Bravo checks. And hey, Darren, Candace was making me sick. Right. Candace, I agree, might have self hate. Yep, I think she does. Chris is
Yeah, of
unapologetic.
course.
I
I
cannot.
agree 100% when you said that.
Candace said Michael was an overseer. Right, she did.
And Chris is a bum.
Oh, let me in on this hair combo. Here, I'm gonna drop the link, Cotty. I'm trying to read through all these comments, and I just dropped the link. Ashley is black enough to call Candace hair dry. I feel like Candace was reaching.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
I feel like she was reaching too with the whole like white privilege thing and all of that. She's trying to create drama because I just want to know where was all this colorism energy back when Monique and was going through her stuff, because I felt like it was a lot of colorism with the way they were trying to call Monique aggressive, the way that when Monique met with them, Giselle's coming with a damn bodyguard. Like, come on now.
They was trying to make her feel like the angry black girl. When let's be real, it's Candace at this point.
Right.
But now that Monique's not there, they see that it is Candace. But y'all should have saw that last year.
Yes. Hey, Cardi B, how are you?
Hey, what's up, hun?
Hey.
So, what are your thoughts on this hair comment?
Well, I just want to say this real quick, and I get down. I just want us to realize that simply because someone is lighter complexion has zero to do with their curl pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing to do with it.
But that's what your girl. Well, that's what Candace said.
That's what Candace talking about. You lighter than me, so your curl pattern is loose.
Because Ashley could have said the same thing. She could have said my forehead is a feature of my culture or whatever, and she could have said Candace was doing the same thing by talking about her forehead. So
right, like I've said many times before, we come in all shades, and white people did not invent our shades. First of all, they also didn't invent our textures. We come from all the way to the straightest of straight to the curliest of curlies, none of which had anything to do with them clear folks. And it also ain't got nothing to do with your complexion.
Exactly.
Facts.
Because Ashley hair actually looks coarse. It looks like she just presses it out.
It looks very coarse.
So
yeah, so
which
I don't know.
Okay.
Candace was trying to make a point but she ended up sounding stupid, like you don't even know about your own race. You sound slow.
And we don't even know, and as quiet as it's kept, we don't even know the hair textures of any of the ladies on the show because they all wear wigs. So that's what I'm like.
Well, Ashley
Ashley wears her hair. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. She's worn a wig though too, and it was awful.
Yeah, she does wear wigs too, but yeah.
Well, we saw Giselle's when she got that wig. Remember that season and she got her wig in?
So Giselle, I thought Giselle always wear a wig. So
yeah, remember her hairdresser?
We see her that wig off.
Giselle has pretty long hair her own. No wigs be trash. She could wear her. Remember when that season when the hairdresser was like, you gotta throw that wig away, and he was pulling her hair out? Giselle could wear her actual hair.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but was her hair straightened and not in her natural state?
Yeah, I remember that because that wig she had was trash.
She it seemed like she wore the same wig all the time though. But she gets the same kind of wig. Yeah.
Always blonde. Always blonde.
Chi-Town said, as a licensed hairstylist, I said it, and I will say it again, being natural doesn't look good on everyone, and Candace's edges have been gone for years because of the wig, glue, and braids. Yes. Did y'all see she had that wig all the way down there?
Girl, it was looking like a freaking fitted head.
And that's another thing. I really wish for Black women, people would stop dictating to us how we should wear our hair just because of our race. Because if anything, if I want to do it straight or wear a weave, that's what I'm going to do because that's my prerogative. Like nobody says anything to clear women when they decide to wear the little plug-ins or whatever they call. I don't know what they do.
Oh yeah, they do it all the time.
Yeah, when they wear their extensions and all that.
They need body.
Exactly. And so sometimes, and like Chi-Town said, being natural doesn't work or isn't a good look for everybody. I don't wear my natural because to me, being natural is a lot of work at times because of trying to like set it and all of that. And you have to train your hair. You have to do a lot. And sometimes I really just feel like people will need to get out of our business. I really hope they get out of our business one day and we can just be us and without being judged, because we're not all the same. We're different. We need to be allowed to just be us and function as us. And so
true.
Like,
and I don't care.
I think Cotty has worn a wig, which I love Cotty's wigs. She's worn a wig sometimes.
I have. And I don't wear wigs, so they ain't human hair. So
yeah, she do natural, she do whatever. Hannah, I think, has worn wigs at times.
I have a wig on now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's a part of my magic.
It's short. I need a shortcut. Here we go. I don't care. So I have an I don't care attitude. I wear my hair however I feel at that moment. So if I want short, I will put a short wig on. If I want to wear my fro, I'll wear my fro out. If I wanted braids, I'll get braids. I am too old to have anyone dictate to me how I'm going to wear my hair. If you feel as though it's dry, touch it, it's moisturized. If you feel as though it's a problem with my curl pattern, I don't care because I grow my own hair. Mm-hmm. I buy my own hair products. The ones I don't make myself, it's all me. So if you have a problem with me, I can care less because my name is on my birth certificate. My parents are mine. And I don't think we should live our life to let anybody dictate how we feel. Like if I was Ashley, I would really care less what Candace say because Candace really doesn't have a good ground to stand on. Yeah, Ashley did get married, but guess what? Ashley pays her mom bills, not her mom paying her bills, which is crazy. You don't have any ground to stand on. And if you wanna throw shade at someone's hair, or someone talking about your hair over everything else that we have to go through just as women and as Black women, then there's other people doing that to us. I feel like, why are we doing it when we have other races doing that?
Exactly.
And let's not forget, can I touch your hair?
Only if you want to pull back a nub.
Yes. I don't know why they do that. But Darren Hood is cracking me up with this Shrek.
In a zoo and they want to touch us.
Exactly.
It's a petting zoo.
Darren Hood is cracking me up with his Shrek comment because I know the character he's talking about.
Wait, what happened?
He said, Candace's wig reminds me of a character out of Shrek. And I know who he's talking about.
I know who he's talking about. Oh my goodness.
It also reminds me of somebody posted the Nutty Professor meme.
Stop.
Jada. Yes. I cannot stand it. Is not the bob for me this time because I like a good bob, but I cannot stand Candace's bob on this show, and I do not like that it comes to her eyebrows. I just can't get over that.
I think it's too low and the way it's cut. She should have went a different cut. If it was cut different, it would be a little bit better. I think it's the cut.
I was gonna say I would have liked it better if it was just bone straight versus
or asymmetrical. Like it could have been, between the dress and the cut. I think the wig was okay. It's just the cut.
Mm-hmm. I think with that dress, she could have pulled off something like a high ponytail or something.
That ponytail would have been perfect.
But she would have had to get a ponytail wig to bring it down here to make her.
You know what? We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Oh, see, young Rich says she like Candace's Jada picking Bob though, even though I like Jada better. Yeah,
Okay, this is
Jada's
not
look
low
better.
down dirty
And,
shame.
and thank you, Vernon Speaks Sports, for the super chat. Thank you for supporting me.
Yes.
Darren Hood said Real Housewives of Potomac needs and beatless brunch where they take out their
I
makeup
only
like
like
they
2
did
dresses the whole
on
thing.
didn't
Like
they do that
everybody
on
look like they went to
Atlanta?
the mall and bought those dresses.
They did do it in Atlanta, but
Yeah, they did
cheated.
They cheated.
Yeah, everybody wasn't beatless. Some people still had fake hair, and yeah.
Remember, Portia wore her hair, and it was like, oh, her edges was gone, or it was like thin.
What's it? I feel like all these women besides Mia and Skylar did look nice. But this not y'all first season, y'all first reunion. Y'all should have brung it.
I'm laughing at young Richard. Kenya Moore hair care. She's a Kenya Moore fan. Hannah, young Rich Hannah is a Kenya Moore fan.
You know, I love me some Kenya.
We can't get out of our own business, right? And hey, the real lovely C. Hey, Nikki Pooh. If I did, I hope I didn't miss anybody else. But hey, Nikki Pooh. Hey, the real lovely C. Yes. Oh, hey, Ibadashi. She said, Black women are magical. We can rock any style and make it fashion. Trendsetters. Thank you.
Yep. Right. Why you think everybody want our butts nowadays? All of these
they want every part.
They want our lips, our complexion. Oh, I gotta get a tan. But you hate our skin so much, but you got to tan yourself. All right.
Yes. And yes, Candace's wig looks like Laura Forquan. Oh, I don't know why that is hilarious to me. But Cotty, are you gonna stay up or stay down? I don't mind if you stay, but if you're tired, you can drop down.
Don't be coming to Amazon. I bought my little wig off Amazon.
Look, so did I. I told y'all the wig I be wearing ain't.
It was human though. It wasn't a cheap Amazon.
I don't wear wigs. I got me a cheap one. You want to talk about my wig? Go for it.
Right, I got my little versatile wig from Amazon.
See, I usually do. This is a sew in, and I do my little leave out with my hair, because my hair is actually about here. But wigs, I haven't worn one in like years, and I used to. I didn't lay it. I would just pull my regular hair out though, and just flat iron it over the wig. But
I ain't got a headband wig, so I ain't got to do just slap that baby right on.
Yes. Oh,
I wanted to get a headband, but when I want short, I'm gonna put my wig on because I'm not gonna cut my hair again, so I'm gonna slap my short little wig on. Yes. I got blonde, burgundy, black.
And hey, just simply. So hey, Shantae, how's it going?
Good. How are y'all? I want to tell you, I like that short hair. Yes, it's really, really
the short
cute.
hair. You said you like the short hair on Hannah.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear her?
Mm-hmm.
No, what's wrong with my phone?
Cute.
She says she likes your short hair, Hannah.
Oh, thank you.
That's
why I got a tiny face.
Yes, it's really, really cute.
Yes.
So I want to come on here and give a little personal story about the hair patterns in Ashley and Candace. I was born in a family to where my mother's side is light-skinned and my father's side is dark-skinned. But I was kind of raised by my mother and my grandmother because my mother had me in high school and she stayed with my grandmother. But my grandmother is dark-skinned, black as she can be, with red hair and blue eyes. But my mother's side of the family is light-skinned. It came from maybe descendants, maybe been white in their family. Some had good hair, some didn't. So I really didn't learn about the light skin, dark skin until I got outside of my family. So when Candace goes to Ashley and tell her something about your hair, it's weird to me because my dark side of the family has way more longer, prettier hair than my light skin side of my family. And it's really weird that Candace, that's why I say Candace was reaching. You're really trying because Ashley identifies as a black woman more than Candace identifies as a black woman.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree.
Ashley never goes in about colorism. She never goes in about stereotypes. She never explains it. She just fits right in. Whether I'm arguing with, if she's arguing with Candace or if she's arguing with Giselle, it's never been a colorism. Only Candace is saying things about that. And that's what I got from
And I think it's because Ashley identifies as a Black woman. She was raised by a single Black mom. So that is one reason why. Yeah, that's one reason why she probably doesn't go in on it. Yes, she happened to marry a white man, or a clear person. The clear person looks like her father that wasn't in her life. So it's almost like she married somebody looking for her.
Yeah.
But Candace, on the other hand, comes from a family that it seems like they wanted to be clear. They had money. They wanted to mingle in, and they have an issue with Black folks that they think are beneath them, which is just crazy.
I just want to say something real quick. I didn't necessarily like the comment of good hair and straighter, longer, prettier, all that. No. That's that.
Well,
clear
the fact is a fact, though.
It
is a clear fact.
That's a clear person thing. That is not a fact.
Yeah, but a fact
that is not a fact.
Well,
straight hair is not better in any way, shape, or form. Not.
Okay.
That is not a fact.
We're gonna pause, but and I agree with you, Cotty. But back in the day, they will highlight hair that was not like ours, and so I believe that's where Shantae is coming from when she says that. But to me, all hair is beautiful hair. But back in the day, growing up, I do remember people telling my sister, because my sister had straighter hair than me, that her hair was prettier than mine. So that has been an issue in our culture, just because of the simple fact that that's what was highlighted coming up. So yeah, I can see what both of you are saying. I don't think Shantae meant any or had any offense with what she was trying to say, but I want to call it like I see it. Back in the day, that's how we referred to hair.
Yeah, I was brought up in those days. I'm 43,
and that's
my days
slave
were those
talk.
days. Yeah.
So I'll say
that's what my days were.
Yeah.
So I'll say this, as like my daughter and I here, my dad is Dominican 100%. My daughter here, when she wears it, it's extremely curly and it's like, long and thick. She wore it to school one day and they asked her, she goes to, I'm not gonna lie, it's predominantly white. Because where we live. So a lot of people ask her, why is your hair so curly and what you're mixed with? She's like, I'm Black. 100%. So I think when people see a different pattern or see how your hair texture is, they'll say different things. But I feel like we all know, I'm not going to say good hair, bad hair. I'm just saying all our hair come in different textures, and people, depending on your ethnicity, I was drinking, they'll say it a different way, but we all know what everyone is talking about. It just depends on your upbringing and where you come from. I don't think anyone who says different things mean it offensively. I just feel as though it just depends on your age, your ethnicity. No. Don't judge me. Y'all know what I meant. And different things of why we say the way we talk about our hair a certain way. I don't think anybody's meant to be offensive. I just think as though, our age, our community, and it plays a factor of how we talk about hair.
And where we come from.
Yeah, that's that.
And we come from. Because my daughter here is, it'd be super curly. And I'd be like, girl. But I can't take it because my hair gets super, super curly and I don't want it. I be trying to get it straight. It won't straighten up. And I won't perm it. So it's just, sometimes it's just what we have.
Yeah. We need to do a show, Cotty, on this. I guess this would be looked at as featurism too, but this is a discussion we can probably have in the coming weeks on our Ladies Lounge show about our hair types, and how sometimes people do say offensive things because just a few weeks ago there was an incident with a certain someone who I don't think this person supports my channel because of the simple fact that I don't have one of their faves on my channel, I guess. I don't know. But he made a remark about someone else's hair. And
hair?
I don't want to go into it, Hannah, because I'm going to tell you this with these YouTube streets. They get very messy. And when you name names, the people make videos about it. And I don't have time for it. So I'll just say this. There was a comment made about another content creator's hair that was very offensive. The person making the comment was a clear person, and the content creator was a person of color. And so that was a big controversy back then. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that topic there. But I do want to
do like it. I'm aggravated.
Everybody was aggravated and outraged and all of that about it. But it's a lot of layers to what went on, and I'm gonna just keep it at that. But I do want to have that discussion. And actually, shout out to, I'm gonna say her name. Don't Tell Me, Tell the People, Sunny. She actually did a show on Black women's hair, which was really good. So I think we can do something similar on the Ladies Lounge, but taking it deeper with that discussion. And Shotdown said, side note,
next week with my fro.
What you say?
I'm wearing my fro next week, and I wish somebody would say something.
They ain't gonna say it because you ain't on YouTube all the time. They were trying to say it. They were saying it negatively to take a dig at her. Because it was other stuff to it, but it was an inappropriate comment. Shotdown said, though, side note, those headband wigs will thin and or snatch them edges. Plus, I'm not old enough for that look. What? The headband? You're not old enough for the headband wig? Yolanda said, and hey, Yolanda, I missed a couple of comments. Yolanda, I think, who else said something? I'm going to scroll up just for a second. Yolanda, just simply, Edith, Blue Devil Babe. Thank you all for joining. But Yolanda said, I'm a proud melanated coarse hair wearing woman. Right. I know who you're speaking of, and it's just sometimes that you don't say. It's just some things that you don't say. Right. So, ladies, going back to the show. I'm done talking about the hair. I want to table that. Is that what they say? Table that discussion?
Yes. Table it later. Let's table it.
When we do the Ladies Lounge, we need to do an actual show on that. I recommend everyone check out the movie Good Hair. Very eye-opening.
Yeah, I hated that movie.
What? Really? I actually liked it.
I did not like that movie.
Is it because of Chris Rock? I
don't like Chris Rock, but that's not it. I don't hate Chris Rock. I'm not a fan of Chris Rock, but I didn't like the movie. It had a good message. I just wasn't a fan of the movie.
Yes. Younger said, do y'all think there's colorism issue with Potomac like there is on BBW?
Basketball Wives.
Oh.
What's BBW?
Basketball Wives.
Basketball Wives. So
that's still on?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do. Yes. Last season, I thought it was a colorism issue as it related to Monique, because I felt like they were trying to call Monique aggressive just because of her color. I felt like Giselle was being extra by bringing a bodyguard, and they were just like the green-eyed bandits were attacking her. And I feel like it still is a colorism issue on the show with how they went after Wendy. Now, Wendy is being like, on this reunion, I have not liked her. She's been very condescending.
I loved her.
What'd you say?
I loved her.
I love Wendy this reunion.
This reunion, I didn't like her because she was just being real extra. I really wish she would have, I guess for me, I really wish she would have stated that they were going after her. I wish she would have brought up the colorism stuff. I wish she would have said, you guys didn't have an issue with me last year and you were using me last year to go after Monique. Like, I wish she would have done that versus being condescending with some of the stuff that she was saying. And then she was all Team Candace, and that was another negative for me. But what are y'all?
I loved her. I like when she gathered Giselle when she said, you got a tummy tuck. Did you keep them all?
I
said
Wendy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get her together. I feel like Wendy has to be like this now because they disrespected her so much. I understand why she's like that. If you disrespect me so much, it's so much you can take. I would have been worse than her if I was on a reunion. I would have just gathered all of them.
Yeah,
I think Wendy is ready to explode. That's why she's going so hard. She's been waiting.
Yeah, Candy said, I don't see any colorism on Real Housewives of Potomac. I know Candy looks at it as racism, but I see the colorism.
I see plenty of colorism, especially with Giselle. I stay in the shade. You know, we all know what
Oh
that
yeah,
that statement
definitely.
means.
I always call Giselle a colorist,
Yeah.
flat
She
out.
is.
Yolanda said the lighter skinned women have thrown out dog whistles, labeling the darker skinned women as aggressive, angry, loose, etc. Exactly. And they've been doing it since
Yeah, that's
last
true.
season. And Edith said, I think there's classism and elitism issue on the show that they didn't like Monique married well, and the same goes for Ashley Mia. And yeah, and what goes with it with in our community, I feel like this hand in hand, elitism and colorism, they go together. A lot of times with elitism, for some reason, they choose lighter skinned black people to kind of be the upper echelon of black
Mhm.
people. If y'all
I
haven't seen
agree.
that, and we can take it back to the Jack and Jill groups, all of that. So to me, it is colorism. And Giselle, and I'm gonna say this, and somebody, hopefully they don't get me on Twitter, but Giselle is the poster child for colorism.
Yeah, she
Mm,
And
definitely
I
is.
second that, and I wish they
Definitely.
would say something.
Yes.
She
I totally
definitely
agree.
is. Them blonde doggone wigs all the time.
Yes. Ibada, she said, I see colorism on Real Housewives of Potomac towards Wendy. The gaslighting is nauseating. Yes. That if Wendy would have brought up the colorism argument, it would have been more valid.
Oh, they would have went in.
Candace was just reaching. Like it's like she reached in her bag of wanting to be the victim and came out with the colorism thing, the white privilege thing. It was just a lot. To me it makes more sense with Wendy because they labeled her aggressive. They
Yeah.
attacked her body. They it's like they're trying to make her the angry black woman, not realizing that all of them is acting like angry black women if we want to take it there.
They act worse than
Exactly.
her.
Exactly.
Oh, go ahead, Hannah. Were you gonna say something, Hannah?
No, I was saying they act worse than her, and I don't under. Well, you know, I'm a darker skinned woman, and when I was in corporate America, well, I'm not gonna say when I was, I still am. I got labeled certain ways, and then when I wasn't aggressive, which I can be outside of, we know code switching. Um, when I can be, I was people were upset when I didn't get angry and didn't get upset because I guess they expected something different. But first and foremost, I'm not going to embarrass myself out here and have you think of me any type of way. Besides when it comes to my kids and my family, because other than that, it is no holds bar. However, I feel like certain people perceive you as a certain way just from the complexion of your skin, and that you don't have to open your mouth. And I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking about just because I'm talking from experience. You don't have to open your mouth when you're a certain complexion. People will just automatically assume you're a certain way, and I feel like even though I don't think nothing is wrong with Wendy, I think she's more educated than them. I
Very.
don't think she's even aggressive. I think they decide to attack her, and because she didn't sit there and was quiet and did not allow people to demean her, I think that they felt some type of way. And I don't feel like Wendy was wrong. I feel like you have to stand your own ground without being rude, without cursing anyone out. You can stand your own ground and not be aggressive. And I feel like there's a lot of colorism within this show for the simple line, Giselle to me tagline alone. Me when I stand in the shade, the people we know what that means. Maybe back then you stand in the shade if you're lighter, so you don't get a darker tone, and that's her complete tagline.
Hmm.
So I really feel as though there is colorism, and I feel as though because Candace has a certain something. At first, I think Giselle and Robin scared her. And not Robin, because Robin looked like shit about their life. I think Giselle's scared of Candace. And that's why she doesn't say what she says towards her and tried to blame Monique. But I really feel like there's a lot of colorism in this show. And even though I was like Andy like that, I think Andy's starting to see now what he should have saw last year when he was coming for Monique. He's seeing now that it probably wasn't Monique. It is Candace. And it needs to be Giselle. Because at my point, Giselle, Robin, and Candace can all be friends of the show at this point. They bring nothing to the show for me. I'm done.
Right. I had to unmute myself. Um, Real Housewives. Young Rich, my little liquor is talking. Young Rich said, have they had this problem on Real Housewives of Atlanta? Maybe with Eva, I think. Yes, I believe Eva is like a colorist too.
Oh, she's definitely a colorist.
Yes.
They were Claudia Jordan.
Yes. Yolanda said they were treating Wendy. Wait, the way they were treating Wendy is flat out colorism and insecurities as well. I agree, Yolanda. They need to have a cast of women of the same tax bracket. The jealousy of finances are simply dreadful. Yeah, they get me with all that talking about money, and because Mia was not the only one that had done it. So some of the other ones did it. I think they took offense to Mia though, because because of her past, she's not supposed to have what they have, and that's why they were so butthurt by her mentioning her money. That's just my opinion on that. Let me get to some of these other ones. Yes, I agree. I didn't like that tagline. Right. Make sure you smack that notification bell. Monique should have popped Giselle for bringing the rumors to the show about the trainer and her child. She sure should have. Even as she said, I didn't catch the shade in Giselle's and Gizzard Neck's tagline till now. Went right over my head. Yeah, how was Eva Colors? Eva made a lot of remarks. And did she call somebody dark skinned?
Nappy head.
Or a nappy head. Yes. She said it.
Yep.
Eva. She called what's her name? Portia's friend. She said she's made some remarks about Portia's friend. She made remarks about all the browner skinned ladies on the show. I think the last season that Eva was on, she talked about the browner skinned ladies on the show.
Mm-hmm. Didn't she say something about Shamari? Shamari was in the group Black, and she said something about her being Black or something.
Oh,
I think so.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Eva, yeah, she colors.
Yep.
And Eva don't fit nobody text breaking on the show and got the worst shade.
Yes. Blue Devil Babe said Giselle throws rocks, then hides her hands, and Rob Dixon co-signs everything.
Not Rob.
So, let's see. Let me go because we talked about some of this stuff. I wrote some stuff down. So with Wendy and the Zen win, that was funny to me when they were like, we didn't see any Zen to win. Basically.
Zen left. Zen left.
That was funny. She's like, I'm Zen win. TikTok, Mia. I'm like, okay.
Yes. So what do y'all think? Well, I'm gonna start with you, Shantae, and I want y'all to go around with Wendy and this plastic surgery and all, because I was talking to my aunt about it, and she was like, she did talk about her body too much, but I was like, it was no reason for them to come at her for her body. So was Wendy justified in how she reacted to Giselle and Robin questioning her about her plastic surgeries? So I'm gonna start with you, Shantae.
I'm gonna say yes. When you improve, you feel better, you do better, you act better. Just because she got a little sassy didn't take away her 4 degrees. It didn't take away her family and her husband and everything that she did. She felt better. She wanted bigger titties to show bigger titties. She wanted to look sexy, and that's what she did. She presented her way in the way she felt, and change. Ain't nothing wrong with change. And because them helpers, them 2 ones that didn't like it, because they got problems and issues. It's nothing wrong with a nice, black, beautiful woman wanting bigger titties and showing her titties, wanting a bigger butt and showing it, and put it on a platform that I'm smart and sexy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's who I am. And I can reach you, Giselle, light-skinned and all, with your beautiful hair and my nice lace wig, and I can reach you for filth. Now let's talk about it. Like she told Giselle, and when you got a tummy tuck, that did keep Jamal. And I'm here for it.
Right. Thank you, Shantae. And I'm sorry I was laughing at the today's comments. All right. Connie B, what are your thoughts on it?
I think Wendy was definitely justified. They basically, they called her loose, and they said she had no substance simply because she had her body done. Like, it didn't make any sense. I'm all for you. You want to get some plastic surgery? Go get it. But y'all know I don't like foreign objects in the body. I wish she would have took some more of her fat and put it in her breast. But I just don't like foreign objects in your body, because that thing popping, you get poisoned. But I don't see nothing wrong with her getting some surgery done.
Right. I agree. I also oh well, I'll go to you, Cotty. Shantae, I'm gonna mute you one more time. It's a
Okay.
little uh Hannah. I'm lost in my liquor. It's
Cool,
getting too
girl. That's cool. I'm here. I'll say this. I think she's 100% justified. If I could lift these up off the ground, I would. I already talked about it. I might get a little lift. I don't need no add on. I'll lift them up. I done had 2 kids. I done breastfed. If I want to lift them to touch my nose without a bra, it's my business. So I feel like she's justified. She's still educated. She still has a husband. They have none. She still has more degrees. They're none of them who's talking about her is on her level. So talk about me when you're on my level, and it's not a money level. It's just a all around level. Y'all have no men. Y'all have no family. Well, Giselle has the kids. Robin has kids. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take that from them. But y'all don't have the degrees I have. Y'all don't have the class I have because you're disrespecting me for get surgery. And I didn't even know Giselle had a tummy tuck. So you talking about me, but you got a tummy tuck, and I don't even see it tucked. So you need to go back. So I'm just saying, you coming at me because my surgery looked better than yours. I think she want to know Wendy's doctor. So
yeah.
I would have been like, you know what, Giselle? You're right. Here go my doctor, because clearly yours is botched. You need to be on the next show. Slide to the next segment. Here you go. Get my doctor's information. Lift them up and do your thing, because clearly they're jealous. And Robin, we not even gonna talk about him. I mean her. I was just not gonna.
The shade. But no, I definitely feel like Wendy was justified. What kind of made me upset was the fact that they were saying that what happened to your degrees. I'm like, what? This lady, she don't have to talk about her degrees all season. The first season, well, last season, that was her first season. So now we're getting to see another side of her. And I don't understand why they didn't want us to see that other side of her. Is it because she looked better than y'all, or she had more of a storyline than y'all did, especially Robin? So I'm not understanding what the problem was as to her getting plastic surgery. And I would have loved it better had they have still kept their friendship on this season and had some fun with her. Like I'm just not understanding what the problem was. She all of a sudden became the enemy, and you can tell it was clearly jealousy. It was colorism. It was she can't stand out more than we do because we're supposed to be the hot commodities on this show. That's the way they took it. And I just don't understand who's coming to the show. Like, I really wanted to tell Giselle, nobody's here to see you, Otis, because you're so it's a lot. But what are y'all thoughts
Yes.
on the next episode? You know, Eddie is gonna be. I think all the husbands are coming on, and I guess Eddie's gonna
Michael
be.
coming?
Michael is not there. I think who's all there? Is it just Eddie, Chris, and
Ray's there.
who?
Ray.
Right. Where he gonna be? Eating toast and
I
coffee.
be forgetting his name.
He eating toast and coffee.
Yeah, but the husbands will be there.
Oh,
And
G there. G there too.
yeah,
Who?
I'm laughing at you.
Oh yeah, G. G need help. G don't need no vodka. He better come sober.
Yolanda is crazy, saying and Robin is built like a linebacker and looking like she stank.
She is built like a linebacker.
What did y'all think of her eyeshadow?
I didn't like none of her
I
makeup.
didn't like her. I didn't like any part about her.
She was casket
She
sharp.
made me look like wine.
As Ricky Smiley says, she
I
was
couldn't stop
casket
looking. I was like, ugh.
I really wish. I don't know why she wears like talking about the dress, because I think I have it here. I'm gonna post it. Talking about her dress, the light colors to me don't work for her. It kind of washes her out. This one looks okay because it looks like
Her dress look like my shirt.
she's tanned a little bit. Right. I would have loved to see Robin in a color like Karen's, like
Karen
a darker pink. Yeah.
Yeah,
really
it would have looked cute. And then her makeup is just too dark. And I like
she giving.
If y'all see when they're holding the little champagne glasses or whatever in the opening, Robin looks so pretty in their opening. And originally, when Robin came on the show, I thought, even though I thought she was white, I was like, oh, who is this gorgeous white lady on here? Then when she said she was black, I was like, oh. But she can be gorgeous, but it's like whoever her stylist is, her and Giselle, they need to fire their stylist. No, the stylist of Giselle, I've heard, is the guy that I've worked with here in Atlanta. I did a fashion show in college for him. And clearly his style has not changed, because actually Giselle's dress reminds me of something I wore, but mine was short. But he does like those little pieces. He does those little pieces. But they need to definitely get rid of their stylist.
Why and
Crocodile. I'm gonna start calling him that. Wow, and Crocodile Dickie D. I love it. She said they are not coming. Oh, and I'm waking up my kids cackling loud. Shotdown said that I want her to start with the eyebrows too. Right. Her makeup been tore up this season, especially in the confessionals. Right.
Yes.
Rob Him's eyeshadow
for her this season. She spit on that house. In the past. Rob Him, you know what? We're not doing this.
Yep, and Shottown was right. That was her stylist. I'm finna see it because I follow him on IG.
They need a new stylist.
Does he style anybody but Giselle?
No, it's him. I've worked with 2 Atlanta stylists when I was in college. We going to Tuskegee. I was in their modeling troupe, and they used to use us to feature their clothes. It was Jay Fever, who I know styled, I think, some of them ladies on Married to Medicine. I was like, oh, he's still around. And then the other one that styles Giselle, and I was just like, oh, they made it. But I don't know why
these. Giselle need to style their damn house first.
I don't know why they use these Atlanta stylists, and no offense, but I know they want to be styled like the Housewives on Atlanta. The Housewives on Atlanta actually they don't wear styles by people in Atlanta. I'll just say that. So I wish I could find it. I want to show y'all his page.
No, thank you. If we saw Giselle, we don't need to see it. His work speaks for itself.
His stuff is interesting. It's so colorful.
Not colorful.
Yes, I can't.
Oh wait, the husband's coming next week, so it's gonna be 4 parts of this mess.
Yeah,
and that's
basically Nicki Minaj off for me.
That's like the third part.
They took her off. I don't need to see her.
Like she took a lot more her eyebrows, right? Robin's dress looks like a bed sheet that she just threw on.
This is Robin's my shirt. We both went to Forever 21.
He was on Fashion Runway too. Yes, he was. Chi-Town is correct. He was on Fashion Runway. That stylist is a scheme. That's my favorite line. That was a scheme set up. So that's all that I have for today. This is fun. I didn't think I was gonna go this long because I was so sleepy. I took a nap before I came on and was still tired. And I was like, let me go. And I was gonna reschedule that at first. And I was like, well, Hannah's joining me. Let me go ahead and do it.
I was like, and I still got homework after this.
Oh man.
Girl, I had to reschedule mine. I had a unexpected anyway, I had to reschedule mine.
Well, and I went to try to watch it, and I was like, "Oh, it's rescheduled for tomorrow."
Yeah, but I'm gonna move it up, or whatever, because I just had to put it something different. Like, nope.
She said, Andy said, never mind getting a whole hour laugh out loud. Exactly.
We don't need 4 segments of this.
Hey, Q. Damn, I'm late. Hey, y'all. Yes, you are very late, but no, Q. I try to support Q. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel, Rare Label Confessions and Reactions. But by the time I'm done with my show, I'm liquored up and I literally fall asleep.
That's really huge.
Q be going on too late.
I do have a quick question.
Yes, Shantae.
On the next episode, Chris broke down and said, "You on TV trying to say I'm broke? I'm trying to say I'm this. What is this? What do y'all think is gonna be his comeback? What are you?
I don't even know because he seemed broke.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't
okay,
even know if he's gonna have a comeback.
He spent his money on Candace's ring.
You think so? Well, they said COVID closed his restaurant because I was just talking to mine today. Remember, didn't he meet Candace in the restaurant he was working in or something?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She was a waitress. Yes, Chi-Town, you are correct.
Yeah, I believe. First of all, I think Candace. I think the money that Chris did, because I think the money Chris did have, he gives his last little bit to Candace for you behind.
Oh, and Candy said, "I feel bad for Chris." I can hear Candy's little voice.
I feel bad for Chris. He married to Cruella.
Chi-Town said, "Unemployed."
That's the only thing I can think of.
Worry about your court case.
Yeah, me and my aunt were talking about Chris, and I just feel like, of course, him and Candace may break up soon, but he's gonna find him. I just feel like, remember, what was that Tyler Perry movie where that man got rich?
Yeah, by myself. No, the family that prays.
No, he got rich after. It was a recent one. He got rich after he broke up with the girl.
The family that prays, right?
Taraji was in it, and she was like evil, like Candace.
Oh, acrimony.
Yes, that's gonna be.
Yeah, that's gonna be Chris. That's gonna be Chris. You right. You are right. I forgot all about acrimony.
Yes, but that's what
My
it seems like.
broke.
Yes, Chris ain't got it.
I think Chris. You know what though? Candace. First of all, Candace don't have money. Candace's mom has more money, but Chris to me has more class than her because she is classless.
Yeah, and she is definitely classless. Going to Edith's comment, thank you, Edith. I thought he was the manager because everybody was saying he was the owner, but I'm like, I thought he was just the bar manager.
I thought he was the manager, but he had a percentage of the restaurant.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought it was a group of them that own a percentage, and if you own 5%, you're still an owner. You just a percentage that you own.
Yolanda, you think Karen
is not Cruella?
I don't think Karen is Cruella. I like Karen.
I need
Karen.
Because I love me some Karen.
Karen is like, to me, one of the most nicest ones. She throws her shade. And I think her and Giselle throw a lot of shade for the show. They throw it at each other for the show. But Giselle summed it up nicely when she said when she hugged my children. Of course, Karen is going to hug the children because outside of the show, they have a real relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I really feel like a lot of what Karen does is for the show.
I think Karen wants Giselle to stop being the person that she is now. And I think I think Karen knows the real Giselle. And I think Giselle was on the show to try to make like she's like this evil, nasty person. And I think that I think Karen really knows the real her. So that's why they go back and forth, because you're not being yourself.
Yes, and Yolanda says she's playing, so thank you. And thank you, Candy, for joining me tonight. I can't wait to do the show with you and Cotty as well. I missed it. Honey, you had to see us. I was talking to Lamar, my male best friend. He got a kick out of us on Friday because he was like,
I didn't know you did a show Friday.
Yes, and he gonna say they was getting a taste of the real Candace. Now, me and Cotty.
It's on your page?
Yes, me, Cotty, and Candace Candy are very similar. So Cotty has my person, like Cotty, you probably know I stand in a lot of what I say. Mm-hmm. So Cotty always stands in what she says. And so I guess on Friday I was Cotty that night. I was like, I told them my little famous line. I'm gonna mute y'all because I told Hannah before. I said I'm gonna mute you.
She was like, I will not be ran over on my show. I was like, I'm just going to drink my water.
Well, you had Candace.
Yeah, I seen that because I was like, wait a minute. This is on a show with Hannah. I was like, this is my show. I will mute you.
And I was like, But I started raising my hand afterwards, like, teacher.
Incorrection, I wasn't the one that got muted.
No, I didn't mute her, but I was ready to mute everybody.
But someone was trying to overtalk her on her own show. And Candace was like, gather like a ponytail, all together. And I loved it.
But no, most of the time I'm in between Candy and Cotty. I'm a lot like Candy as well. Me and Candy have a lot in common. So I think that's why we all gel together very well. But it was funny that we I can't even talk now because my wine is talking. But you should watch it. We reviewed Insecure. That's what it was.
Okay.
But yes, Acrimony, Blue Devil Babe said Team Karen. So am I. I'm Team Karen as well. Yolanda said I love Karen, but I'm giving her the side eye. Why? Why are you giving Karen the side eye?
Yeah.
Shatan said Chris is actually looking for a job now, but something is odd. He was offered to cater a big job and to get exposure, and he turned it down. He clearly stated that he only does small jobs. That's interesting.
Karen just spoiled behind. She's trying to hold that man back.
You think so? I
think she wants to shine. I think she tries to hold him back so she could have the more shine. Girl, bye. I want my man to be my man.
I don't think
you want to be the star and you bring it. I need my man to be the man. I don't care how much I make. I don't care how much I bring in. I don't care about my own business. You can be the man all you want. I'm not stopping it.
Yeah. And make sure you subscribe. And thank you, Candy. Real Label said, "Oh no, did I miss that?" Yes, Q, you missed it.
Yeah, she gathered me. I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, but Younger said my bestie Chris Bassett is back on Twitter. He good. I love Young Rich. Remember, Cotty, I said I have a troll. Usually it's my kiddo too, and then Young Rich is my other troll. And I feel like she's trolling me now, talking about her bestie Chris Bassett. But this was fun. The show went longer than I expected it to go because I was sleepy. But make sure you catch us tomorrow on the Ladies Lounge. Me and Hannah do Mimosa Monday every Monday, so make sure you catch me and Hannah, the original OG of my channel.
I'm so mad I missed last week.
I know her and my bestie. We actually in the beginning they helped me build this channel. So yes, make sure you catch us next week. Young Rich, they just raised the food. What is she talking about?
Oh, because he eating good. Chris Bassett eating good.
I'm low enough. I'm doing my homework. I don't have time.
I love that. That was shade. I love that shade. Or that was a read right there. Yes. Oh, Candy said Candace left no crumbs and I lived. Oh, Candy.
Yes. Y'all gotta go back and watch it. I could do nothing but
I'm telling you, I'm probably doing homework at 1 a.m. I'm be up there watching it.
I feel like I didn't even talk a lot. And then when I did talk, my husband was like, hey, you get to eat it. Like, I did talk for like 20 minutes. But yes,
I love it. I'm so mad I missed it.
Yes, well, it's there. So be sure to give us
next
a like.
time. Text me before you go on, because YouTube don't notify me anymore.
Yes, you said text you before I go on.
YouTube no longer notifies me shows anymore.
Hopefully, if I'm not too lit off of my little.
Well, early in that day, let me know. While we working, just let me know you go live that night. Yes.
Oh, Young Rich said, "Leave Chris Bassett alone." # leave Chris Bassett alone. Let him cook in peace. Oh my goodness, Young Rich. But I will let you ladies go. This was fun. Make sure the Ladies Lounge tomorrow on Cotty's channel.
Okay.
We will be. It's the part 2 of Girl Codes. And so we're gonna talk about some. And I think
what time tomorrow, Cotty?
It's 8:30 Eastern.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll be up.
Yeah, so make sure you watch us. Thank you, Shantae, for joining us. I didn't know she was going to drop off that quick, but thank you, Shantae. Thank you, Shantae. Shantae was here with me. This is why I will always, I love Miss Shantae. When it was just me, Avielle, and one other person, and Queen of Cheesecake, it would be me, Avielle, Queen of Cheesecake, and Shantae up here doing a show sometimes. And it was just good conversation. And so she's always been one of those supporters of mine. And hey, Marcella, it's good to see you. I hope all is well. Thank you for joining. Candy.
Yay, love you too, Candy.
And yeah, Shantae. Chi-Town said, thank you for supporting the candy shop, and please smack that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of the tasty treats from the candy shop. Yes. Oh, and thank you, Shantae. And Marcella said, I was here. So thank you for watching.
I'm in the bushes tonight.
I know. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to play my outro.
Good night.
We are out of here if I can find it, because I got all their pictures lined up. I couldn't find the outro. So here it is. But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited